Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 298. And this is the last comic that I have to review for my listeners on Anchor. Thank you all so much for giving me your input and telling me what your favorite superhero was. I know it's taken a long time to get these out. I think that segment was back in December or January, so it's been quite a long time getting all these out. I've been slowly trying to get them out. Um, but this is the last one, and so I hope you all have enjoyed the video so far. And it's been a good experience for me, you know, trying out reviews and trying to get better at doing that type of thing. And I think I will continue to do them, but they'll probably be few and far between. I'm very busy and don't have a lot of time to sit down and record reviews on comics at this this point in my life. So this will probably be the last review for a while. I might show you guys some of the comics that I've recently got and just briefly say, hey, I like this one, you should get it, or don't bother with this one. But I think this will be the last full review that I do for a little while anyway. The next one might be Action Comics number 1000, which I'm so excited for. I read Action number 999, and it was pretty good. It was more of a filler one, but anyway, that's for another video another time. So, getting to this comic, it was a good story, and as we see here, we have Black Panther and Spider-Man. Kind of makes it look like they've been fighting, but that doesn't really happen in here. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. This will be another short video, or shorter video, just because I really liked it, and I don't have very many negative things to say about it. So, the one thing I don't like about the Spectacular Spider-Man books right now is this whole intro thing. It's just very little kiddish, and it doesn't need to be there. I guess it kind of helps you figure out where the storyline is, but they could do it in a much more mature way. So anyway, Peter Parker has been locked up because Mayor Fisk, aka the Kingpin, has outlawed superheroes, and Peter Parker was, of course, helping the Spider-Man. So they still don't know he's the Spider-Man, but he is in jail because he was helping Spider-Man. So anyway, we get some dialogue here, and this is not something you see very often. Let's see if we can get that in focus. Yeah, there we go. This little note down here, you see that a lot in DC comics. They'll be like, hey, this was in the last issue, or this was in this storyline. But you don't see that with Marvel comics a lot. They just kind of leave it up to you to figure out where you are. So it's nice to get this little note every once in a while. So anyway, the light goes out, and then we get the rescue scene. So we have, that's Human Torch and his sister-in-law, half-sister, some kind of somebody. Anyway, they borrowed some of Ant-Man's tech, shrunk down, and now they're going to save him, but they're like, oh yeah, we only have 2 helmets. So they decide that Johnny Storm will stay behind, and Peter Parker gets out of there because I guess Peter Parker's, you know, he's more important to the storyline. So anyway, let's see. All this is kind of part of the previous issues that I haven't read, so I'm not going to try to explain it, but basically they call this guy and they're like, hey, we need to meet up somewhere so we can talk. That's really good art. I like that art right there. I thought that was really good. So then we get this really cool scene. So J. Jonah Jameson has left the Daily Bugle. He knows who Spider-Man is, and now he's helping them track down the Tinkerer because he's the main villain of this storyline. So they're at this local villain club, I guess, and Betty Brant's up in the windows taking pictures. So, a very cool scene with J. Jonah Jameson being a very cool kick butt type of guy. And I just really like this scene. I'm not going to read any of the dialogue, but it was great. So yeah, he's like, help me find the Tinkerer, and I won't expose you and your little cronies to the world, basically. So then we cut back to Peter and his sister-in-law. I don't know. The person he's trying to protect. She has a bunch of information encoded into her DNA that the bad guys want, so they're trying to get her to a safe place. But then they are ambushed on the bridge by Vulture and a couple other bad guys. But I just want to... That's really cool, you know. Yes, it's the Superman scene there, but I still liked it. You know, he's kind of getting ready to suit up. He whips up the cabbie's window, and so then he jumps into action. So yeah, there's this really awesome action scene, you know, where they're fighting the Vulture, and then we also get her name's Teresa, so we get Teresa fighting Whiplash. This art is just really cool. I really liked it. So just a really good classic Spider-Man battle scene. And then we get this part, you know, there's some things that happen in comics and you're like, you know what, this is just going to stick with me. I know it. And this was one of those scenes. So here we get, you know, the heroes are, you know, looks like they're going to be defeated. Vulture's coming up behind Spider-Man here. And then we get this awesome scene of just the claws. And he slices right through Vulture's wings. So yeah, Vulture's just like, enough's enough. Let's wrap this up and get back to Tinkerer. I'm tired of being in debt to him for these wings. That was great. Just good job there, Chip Zdarsky. Some of his humor can be a little unfunny, but this was good. So yeah, great art. That is just, that looks so cool. So anyway, Black Panther jumps in, takes care of Vulture, and then together they take care of Whiplash. This was a really good scene too. So Spider-Man's just like jumping and avoiding, flipping through all of Whiplash's attacks, and he just can't land a single hit on him. So very classic Spider-Man, being very agile and just being a kick-butt guy. And then a nice final whammy scene. Kapow! And totally takes care of Whiplash. So then we cut to some more dialogue after they've defeated the bad guys. And T'Challa's like, well, I can take Teresa with me to Wakanda. She'll be safe there. And Spider-Man's like, thanks, but I can handle it. And so we just kind of leave off there. But so yeah, she's considering leaving. Spider-Man's like, well, that would just be a temporary fix unless you mean she's actually going to live in Wakanda, which is what Black Panther is offering. So that's continued in the next 2 issues. But anyway, then we get this scene. Vulture, of course, is okay, but he's going to call in his bad guy friends to back him up. And so that'll be in the next issue. So yeah, that's going to do it for this review. I really liked it. The art was good. The story was awesome. Some very classic Spider-Man action going on. I loved it. Like I said, I have Spider-Man 299 and 300. I read both of them, and I think those will probably be the last Spectacular Spider-Man books I read for a while. I watched a couple reviews on 301. It seemed kind of weird, and I don't know. I think I'll just stop at 300 and call it good. Focus on some other books like Captain America, maybe Justice League. So yeah, like I said, this will be the last full-length review for a while. Thank you all so much for watching these. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to let me know in the comments or leave a like. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I don't know or the next video. I don't know when that'll be, but hopefully it'll be sometime in the near future. So signing off for now, this is Vigilante Reviews. See you next time.